accidentally gone live here. I did not mean to go live at this point already. So I'm here, I'm live. I was trying to set up the tripod so that as soon as these boys here on Stretford Paddock finished going live, I could go live. But what happened was I hit go live. So here we are. I'm sorry, lads, that I've had to do this to you and rudely cut you off in the middle of your preview, or review, but it had to be done. I'm sorry. Anyway, here we are. What's happening? Manchester United have beaten Granada 2-0 in the Europa League to seal a 4-0 win through to the semi-finals. Now, a big win for Manchester United today, a professional win, a comfortable win for Manchester United today, and just what the doctor ordered. Fantastic goal from Edinson Cavani in the first half. Great volley from a Paul Pogba header. A very, very good Paul Pogba header to set him up. Half volley from Edinson Cavani and a fantastic goal. So really, really pleased with Edinson Cavani's last few performances. And I was surprised Cavani started this game because I thought, do you go to rest him with the game against Burnley in mind on the weekend, playing up against some big centre-halves? No Anthony Martial at the minute. Edinson Cavani is your only striker. Do you rest him and save him for that game? But that's not what we did. We kept him in the team, and rightly so. Today he was fantastic, arguably the man of the match. I would give him my man of the match, but it was close. You could have gone Axel Tuanzebe. There were a few other options for Manchester United. I also thought Paul Pogba was excellent before he went off. Donny van der Beek was excellent while he was on the pitch in the second half. And overall, it was a good professional performance from Manchester United. But we know we should be doing that against Granada. So it's nothing to get carried away by. But nevertheless, great to see. I'm delighted by it. I know it's only the Europa League. I know it's not our favourite tournament. But I can't really, complain about, it's not my favourite tournament. You're in it. You have to deal with it. Yes, I've grown up with Champions League football. Yes, I just want to see Man United in the Champions League. Yes, the Champions League is where we want to be at. But ultimately, we're in the Europa League. We're a Europa League team. And when you're in the Europa League, you want to win it, especially when you get to this point, when you get to this stage of the season, when you get to the serious part. Now, we've got a Leeds fan in here at the moment in the comments. Gavin's joined us, who keeps saying Leeds. Now, excuse Gavin, guys. He wants to know what it's like to be involved on a European night. Now, we know you used to have Champions League football, but he's trying to dip his toe in on a Thursday and just see what's going on in there. Maybe in a few years' time, Gavin. Now, thank you for joining us, whether you're a United fan or not. Thank you for joining us. 2-0, 4-0. What else is there to say? Do you know what I mean? We beat Granada. We're expected to beat Granada. Now, Mikhail says De Gea is greater than Hendo. In my opinion, De Gea should still be Manchester United number one. In my opinion, I truly believe that he should still be our number one, David De Gea. I think we're going very, very early with the change to Dean Henderson. I think we're kind of being forced into that situation because of maybe, where we stand with Dean Henderson in terms of, is he going to leave Manchester United? Is he going to move on if we don't play him? Is this, is that? But we can't allow a young player to hold us to ransom. Do you know what I mean? Sir Alex Ferguson let Paul Pogba go because he wasn't getting game time. Paul Pogba said, all right, fuck it, I'm off. Now, I'm not saying you want to see your best young players go, but you don't cave into all of their demands. And I just feel like it's a little bit of an early one to be doing. It's a little bit of an early change to be doing. And we're kind of forcing David De Gea out, if you get what I'm saying, which is a little bit unfair in my opinion, because he doesn't deserve that. But nevertheless, I do think Dean Henderson's the future. I do think he'll be United and England's number one. I know I said something very similar about Phil Jones being United and England's captain. He clearly has the potential, but there's been one or two errors there this season for the first team. What happens when that's in front of fans? What happens when the pressure's on? What happens when you are the number one for Manchester United? Because then you're going to be looked at differently. The press are going to talk about you differently. Everyone's going to talk about you differently. And then that's where the pressure comes from. But Dean looks like a kind of player that can handle that pressure. And some United fans do think he's playing better than Dave, like Iceman, I think it is, or Isetman in the comments. He says Henderson is playing better than David, but David should come back. And I do still think David De Gea should be regarded as Manchester United's number one. Although you've got to admit, given what we've seen in the Europa League, David De Gea is probably now our number 2 goalkeeper. You can't keep a number 2 goalkeeper on 375 grand a week. You just can't do that. So it's probably going to end up with David De Gea leaving Manchester United, which again is incredible, because not long ago, Manchester United were dying for David De Gea to stay. We were desperate for him to stay. We were begging for him to stay. And now what? We're all turning on him and wanting to get out and all that. And I know football's ruthless, and I know football changes very quickly, but I do think it's a little bit unfair. And I do think it's a bit tight on David De Gea. And for me, like McKola in the comments, David De Gea is still our number 1, in my opinion, or at least he should be. But obviously, not everyone will do that. And I don't think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer regards him as number 1 at the moment either. And that's disappointing. I suppose, we came to that stage with Wayne Rooney when Wayne Rooney's time was up at Manchester United and we had to move him on. We've moved on better players in the past, but yeah, I just feel a little bit sad about it all, to be honest. I love David De Gea. Thank you for the nice comment, Karen, who says keep up the good work. We've got a few in here who's saying keep up the good work as well. Cam's in there saying Axel is much better than Lindelof. If we win the Europa League, do we play the Champions League winners? Yes, there would be a Super Cup where we play the Champions League winners. Micah Smith says Hendo has been very, very good. Chand Shah says, don't you think Twanzebe is underplayed? Yeah, I do think Twanzebe is underplayed, but I also think David De Gea, Dean Henderson, Twanzebe, we're talking about goalkeepers, not fucking centre-backs, not goalkeepers. I do think Twanzebe is underplayed, but I also think Eric Bailly is underplayed. You're potentially hearing about Eric Bailly leaving Manchester United and going away. So you can understand why Axel Twanzebe hasn't got game time. You can understand it. When Eric Bailly ain't getting game time and Lindelof's playing with Maguire more often than not, you can understand why Eric Bailly, if Eric Bailly's not getting game time, why Axel Twanzebe isn't getting game time. But I would like to see both of them more, because I do think, as good as Lindelof's been in recent weeks, and we saw the assist for Rashford's goal and things like that, and I think some of his performances have been better and he's looked better aerially. I think ultimately, for me, Bailly is better than Lindelof, and so is Axel Twanzebe, at least in my opinion. Josh joined, says Ronaldo. Just joined after watching Marty and Joe. Yeah, apologies to you guys that were with Jay and Joe. I accidentally clicked go live when I was setting up the tripod and everything. So yeah. Hopefully Ollie will win a cup, and here he can prove his haters and doubters that he got what it takes to stay. Yo, we need to convert this semi-final into a final and into a trophy. Simple as that. Now I'm a little bit worried, to be honest. I hate the fact that Arsenal are still in this competition. As much as I think we're better than Arsenal, which we are, with Arsenal, you've always got that thing where they're Arsenal, they're an English team. English teams coming up against each other. Anything can happen. We saw it at Old Trafford. They beat us with an Aubameyang penalty. So I'd much rather play Villarreal in the final than Arsenal. Although beating Arsenal would taste so good in a final, even if it is the Europa League. I just hate those things where they lost their last Europa League final game against Chelsea. So would they come into this game in the Europa League final with a little bit more edge about them, with a little bit more determination to win it? All that kind of stuff. But look, we've got Roma next. We're not through to the final by any stretch. We've probably got the most difficult game in the draw in terms of the last four. Out of Villarreal, Arsenal, Roma, I'd say Roma are probably the team you didn't want to get. Although Villarreal are doing really well under Unai Emery at the moment. Unai Emery against Arsenal is an interesting one. I think if we get through, we play Villarreal in the final, because I don't see Arsenal going through. They made a task of it against Slavia Prague, who aren't the greatest team in the world. And they could have got knocked out there. So I think a better team, a team like Villarreal, will probably knock Arsenal out of the competition, which would set up a final with Roma or Manchester United. But yeah, I would. I'm looking forward to that Roma tie, but it's a bit of a sketchy one in it because they've got some good players. AdamMcKola, Henrik Mkhitaryan, all those kind of guys. Yeah, they won 4-0 today. They drew 1-1 in their first leg, bro. 1-1 in their first leg. It was still an open tie coming into the second leg. I'm just saying, against Villarreal, if you have a performance like you did in the first leg against Villarreal, you get beat. They're not Slavia Prague. Do you know what I mean? Roma could beat us though. AdamMcKola on his day, he loves a goal against Manchester United. Chrissy Smalling there, Henrik Mkhitaryan, Justin Kluivert, is he still there? I know he was there before. So Emery loves winning the. Oh yeah, he had a great record winning the Europa with Sevilla, didn't he? You know what usually happens when Dzeko comes to Old Trafford. Let's hope it's not 6-1 again. And I swear to God, not another annihilation, not another 6-1. Is it Pepsi or it's Coke? I've been on a Coca-Cola advert, mate. I drink Coca-Cola. I ain't Jay with his Pepsi Max Cherry. I'm out here with Coca-Cola, yeah? Me and Jess in the advert. Imagine Smalling scoring a header against us. Oh, that would kill that. That would absolutely kill. Can you do more content on Paddock with Culture Cam, says Gary? Yeah, man, I'll shout Culture Cams out and get him on a few more shows with us. Raheem as well. Shout out Cams, go and check out his own channel. He's doing well with his channel. Go check it out. Yeah, got a lot of time for all these young lads, young ladies coming through in the game. In this, it's difficult, man. You know what? And you get a lot of people that are coming through just trying to grab the shock value, trying to be idiots, this, that, and the other. Man just need to come through and be themselves. That's the best way to do it. That's what we've been doing here. You can't chase the views. The views will come if people like you. And those guys are great people, man. Great talent as well. When you disagreed with Rio's comments about Newcastle, big respect. It would have been easy for you to agree with him. I love Rio Ferdinand, but I'm not Rio Ferdinand's agent. I'm not Rio Ferdinand's spokesman. I am AdamMcKola, a Manchester United fan who respects and adores Rio Ferdinand, who regards him as our greatest ever centre-back. But if he gets things wrong, I have to call him out about that. I'm a grown man. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can't just accept someone's opinion because I love them or I like them or they did great things for my football team. I love Rio Ferdinand. It was a pleasure and an honor and a privilege to be on his podcast. I see him every week when I come into the office here and the lads are filming their podcast on a Monday. He's promised to come in and sit down with me for an interview in the studio Rio has as a thank you for going on his podcast. So, I got a lot of time for Rio Ferdinand, but with that, I respect him enough to be able to tell him where I think he's wrong. I ain't going to blow smoke up someone's arse and I ain't going to lick their arse. If they don't want to work with me just for giving my opinion after that, then that's their problem, isn't it? But I got a lot of time for Rio. Man of the match for today, says Curran. I'd have to go man of the match today. You're looking at Axel, maybe. Axel. I thought Pogba was good in the first half. Should never have got booked. What a ridiculous booking. I thought Van der Beek was good in the second half. I thought Cavani's goal was excellent. I'd go Cavani or Axel Twanzebe. I'd probably go Axel Twanzebe. I thought he was very good today. So well done to him. Ice says Matic was solid for me. Bilal says Cavani. Fenat says Axel. Ross says Van der Beek had a good game when he came on. Disappointed not to see Elanga or more of Ahmad, says Jack. Need to get Dean back on the channel, says Sean. Yeah, Dean will be back soon. Dean got an open invite. Red Rhubarb says no one really stood out tonight. Gargamel says Donny is class and Mata is on the same level, top. Yeah, they're ballers. Footballers know footballers. Footballers know Jade. I never will. Sorry to disappoint you. Just the way it goes. People make their bed early doors, they have to lie in them. D Brown says, Axel, say it again. David looked sharp, says XS. I agree with that. Thought David looked very sharp today. Why can't Fred make a long pass? Why can't Fred complete a pass? Nice moment. Mata got given the captaincy, says Ross. Love Juan Mata. Rest in peace to his father. Obviously, I believe he suffered a loss in the family recently. Shout out to Juan Mata. Got a lot of time for Juan. Love the guy. And yeah. Oh, look who it is. Look who it is.
Hello.
How do?
Very well, how are you?
Just come from review.
Yes.
Straight into the hot seat.
Straight to the hot seat.
With your McSaucy t-shirt on.
Nice, isn't it?
Sorry, it was Juan Mata's mother. Rest in peace to his mother. Sorry.
I don't know.
Yeah, I got that wrong. How you doing?
Yeah, good, how are you?
Yeah, I'm sound. Nice t-shirt. Where
It's
you get
good,
that from?
Stratfordpaddock.bigcartel.com.
Oh, is it?
Of course, it's good this one, isn't it?
Yeah, I like that one.
This
It's my
one's been doing
favourite.
the rounds.
I just want it in red though.
The red tea?
Yeah,
like
the
it's
red
the full
tea.
bottle.
Alexis bought it in red. It looks nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
And we still need to buy some stickers so we can stick it on bottles.
Yes.
Do you know what I
It's a
mean?
good idea, that.
Like we could go to all the restaurants around here and stick them on there.
Good.
Like I could go opposite,
Yeah.
get a breakfast sandwich,
Yes.
and then you got ketchup. Yeah. Oh, cheers.
Stick it on the bottle.
Done.
Slap it right on.
Yeah. What was your man of the match today?
I don't know really. Because it was just so steady and kind of easy.
Yeah.
It's hard to really say someone was great. Someone said in the comments downstairs Axel was pretty good. I thought he was solid,
Yeah.
but I don't think anyone.
I went
really
Axel
stood
or
out.
Cavani.
Yeah, no one.
Cavani's
really stood out
is just
me.
for the goal.
Yeah.
If Pogba played a
I
full
was gonna
90
say,
minutes,
First half, Pogba.
if Donny played a full 90 minutes, probably Donny.
Mm.
But no one really had a full. I suppose that's what happens when you have just a professional win in it.
We've had a few of these professional wins this season, and I think it's easy to forget under Jose and Louis especially. It felt like every game we won was tough. Like it was like even like there was a point under Louis and Jose it just sort of carried on through, where every time we were 1-0 up, you're like, we will concede at some point. We will concede. They will get back into this. Then you don't feel that with United at the minute, and that's a massive thing.
Jay walking through hooded up.
Going on here? It's about burglary.
We do the insurance claim tonight. Sorry about that.
No, it's alright. But yeah, I don't feel like, even when we're 1-0 up these days, I don't feel like we're definitely going to concede. I used to feel like that a lot more under Jose.
Yo, I just had a thought, yeah. What are you doing on Saturday? I got kick-off.
Yeah.
We should probably talk about this off camera, but me and you should do a watch-along for Ashton and Paul.
For who?
For them two YouTubers that are fighting. You know,
We
make
should.
our Twitch debut.
We should actually.
A nice little fart there.
That was someone else.
Would you do that on Stretford Paddock?
No.
He's done it.
Yeah, one of the longest running highlights from Stretford Paddock is me ripping a 2 on against Chelsea. One of the best parts of all time.
So what game is on in the background? That's not a game, that's a wallpaper of Stretford Paddock. Because I don't know if Steve's ever told you, he manages a football team.
Steve does?
Yeah, has he ever told you?
What, Stephen Howson managing the football
Has he
team?
ever told you this other thing? He does podcasts with Rio Ferdinand.
No fucking way.
What's he at school with?
Yeah.
Wow, amazing.
Crazy,
I'll
isn't
have to check that out.
it? I can't believe he's never told
you.
you.
should do it out of the office.
Yeah, I know. It's got all the
Like,
equipment.
Yeah.
It's really understated about it all.
Yeah.
Shy.
Ask her who is it, Jake Paul or Logan?
It's one of them.
Jake, isn't it?
Yeah, or
We were doing that then on your YouTube.
All your types look the same to me. So what?
Or the whites.
Cool whip.
Straight whites.
He manages full-time Devils. No, I'm the manager of full-time Devils. If you want to play full-time Devils, you got to shout me, bitch.
Jesus.
Well, you're not a bitch. Sorry about that.
Yeah, you went off there.
Like, you know, remember me, Andy Tate? We beat Arsenal Fan TV.
Tate has bagged that trick, didn't he?
Yeah. Fucking all of them like bottling it.
God bless.
Them like did like fucking trials. 1,000 people turned up. Fucking this, that. This weren't the Stretford Paddock that you see now.
No.
With ex-professionals. Like players that never made it professional in the team. This was me and Andy Tate, Stephen Alson.
I would say that
randoms turning up.
I think it would be fair to say though that Andy Tate is someone that never made it professional. I think he just fall under that category.
I'll have you
people
know.
that got closer than that.
He did play for a professional team, unlike some of those people.
Who did he play for?
Oldham.
Good lad.
Have you seen that?
Yeah, it was like a.
You got it.
He got bollocked by Dean Mindas or something like that for giving a penalty away. And they wouldn't let Andy play much because
He's Andy
his
Tate.
limitations, right? They did let him on
What's
for the
his
last
point?
couple of minutes, where he was supposed to stay on for the full last couple of minutes, but he literally walked on, ran into someone, gave a penalty away, and they were like, "Get him off."
What would you call Andy Tate's limitations? Would you say his passing?
Pace,
Passing.
turn,
He can't tackle.
yeah,
He's not very good at shooting.
yeah,
Heading the ball isn't his strong suit.
yeah.
His shorts are too short.
Yeah.
You can see a little good.
And he's nothing. He is a fool. He is a waste of time.
Good night.
We should do fan cams on Andy Tate. How shit he was.
Yeah. We should after that game.
God love Andy Tate. Is your hair, mate, a unicorn hair?
The main.
So they put that twice.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You know it.
right. Thank you for joining us, Joe.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Thanks.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Make sure you're subscribing, liking, commenting, sharing. We are done for today. My review is up over on Stretford Paddock, as is Jay's and Joe's. And yeah, we'll see you later. Peace.